What did your child say in court that saved someone's life? My 8-year-old daughter Emma was the only witness to what happened that night at the grocery store parking lot. A man named David was found beaten unconscious, his body sprawled between two parked cars under harsh fluorescent lights. Security footage showed my husband Jake kneeling over him, hands moving frantically. To investigators watching the grainy video, it looked damning. The footage was shot from a distance that made details impossible to discern. All anyone could see was Jake's silhouette hunched over David's motionless form, his movements urgent and desperate. The timestamp showed 9:47 p.m., just after the store's evening rush had died down. Jake claimed he was trying to help, his voice breaking as he explained from the police station. His hands trembled as he gestured, trying to recreate those crucial moments for skeptical detectives. But the prosecutor said it looked like he was finishing the job. During preliminary hearings, she painted a vivid picture of violence and greed that made my stomach turn. The prosecutor was Patricia Wells, known for her ruthless efficiency in securing convictions. She had steel gray hair pulled back in a severe bun and eyes that seemed to cut through any defense. When she spoke about Jake, her voice carried absolute certainty that chilled me to the bone. Jake swore he heard screaming while loading groceries into our minivan. He ran over to find David already down, blood pooling beneath his head. His fingerprints were on David's wallet because he was checking for ID to call someone. The prosecution twisted this into something sinister, painting him as a robber who got violent when David resisted. I remember Jake's face that first night, how he kept washing his hands obsessively, trying to scrub away the memory of David's blood. Our savings drained quickly as legal fees mounted, and I took on extra shifts at the hospital while Jake remained suspended from his job. The trial dragged on for weeks. I watched my husband's face grow gaunt, his warm brown eyes becoming hollow. The evidence seemed circumstantial, but in the prosecutor's experienced hands, it formed an uncomfortably convincing narrative that made even me question what I knew to be true. Then came the day Emma took the stand in her favorite yellow butterfly dress. Her small frame looked impossibly tiny in the witness chair, her legs dangling as the clerk adjusted the microphone. The prosecutor approached with what she thought was a gentle smile. "Emma, can you tell us what you saw Daddy do to the hurt man?" Wells asked, her voice artificially sweet. Emma's voice was clear and steady. "It wasn't Daddy who hurt him." She shook her head emphatically, pigtails swinging. "Daddy was scared and kept saying, 'Wake up to the man.' He was crying too, and his voice sounded all shaky and sad." The prosecutor pressed on, her questions becoming more aggressive, but Emma remained unshakable. Then she said something that made the courtroom go dead quiet. "That man in the blue shirt hurt him first." Emma's finger pointed with unwavering accuracy toward the back of the room. Everyone turned in unison, a collective gasp rippling through the gallery. There sat David's business partner Marcus, who had attended every day of the trial, wearing a crisp blue button-down shirt. His face had gone ashen, color draining from his cheeks. Emma continued with authority that silenced even the judge. "The blue shirt man was yelling at the hurt man about money. Real loud and scary. He said bad words and his face was all red and angry. Then he pushed him down hard and his head made a bad sound when it hit the car." Marcus shifted uncomfortably as murmurs erupted around him. "Daddy came running when I started crying because the man wasn't getting up and there was red stuff everywhere," Emma explained matter-of-factly. "The blue shirt man dropped his keys when Daddy showed up and they made a jingly sound. Then he ran away real fast." The courtroom erupted in chaos. Marcus stood abruptly, but bailiffs were already moving toward him. Within hours, police found Marcus's keys in the parking lot bushes exactly where Emma said they would be. David's medical records, examined with fresh eyes, showed injuries that happened at least 10 minutes before Jake's 911 call. The truth unraveled quickly. Marcus had been embezzling for months from their construction business. David discovered the missing funds, confronting his partner in what was supposed to be a private meeting. Marcus never expected a witness, especially an observant 8-year-old girl who saw everything from our car's backseat. All charges against Jake were dropped immediately. Marcus was arrested right there in the courtroom.